everyone, and welcome to Game Week 3 of the Match of the Delay series, sponsored by Fanatical. This is the series where 20 of your favourite Football Manager content creators will compete in a Premier League tournament to see who has the best tactical mind. Last week we had our second round of fixtures, and Omega Luke's Liverpool took the top spot, with second yellow card Spurs breathing closely down his neck. Kempi's West Ham were left searching for their first goal and at the bottom of the league. My name is The Steak Bake, and I am standing in for Steve Hood this week, who is off having the time of his life getting married. So we wish him a wonderful time, and his partner, good luck. Only kidding, Steve will be back next week, but for now it's a Football Manager therapy takeover, as I'm joined by the wonderful Y Callum and the joyful Jebaroo. Thanks for joining me for the show, guys. How are we all?
I'm apparently joyful this week, you know? I think that's the best way to describe me.
And I'm also here.
We start this week at the Emirates Stadium, where league leaders Omega Luke and his Liverpool side are visiting Dodgee Gamer's Gunners in a match that promises to be hotly contested. This one was watched by official Enrice.
And here we've got the lineup from Dodgee Gamer's Arsenal, where we're going to see them in a quite familiar shape, in a 4-3-3 to be exact. And here we've got the lineup of Omega Luke's Liverpool. They starting in a 4-4-2 with Kostas Tsimikas on the left wing and Mo Salah alongside Darwin Núñez down the middle.
Big game then, third game of the season. We've already played Manchester City, and now we've got to play Arsenal away from home against Dodgee Gamer as well.
This week we get the double whammy. We get Omega Luke, one of the biggest Football Manager YouTubers out there, and Liverpool.
Sterling to Odegaard, Tierney, Party, who's going to shoot there?
Ben White's found Saka, and Saka! That's not who you want to get the ball.
Here we can see the beautiful build-up by Arsenal to Ben White, and here we can clearly see that Saka is not offside. Party to Rice. But Tsimikas intercepts it. A beautiful ball this is.
Rush into things.
Núñez is there.
Into it, and now
Salah,
Liverpool have got the
come
equaliser.
on, get in. I would probably say Arsenal deserve to be in the lead.
I would say we edged the half based on that. I mean, Liverpool dominated possession, but if you look at the chances, we had the better attacking play.
But Konate intercepts it. Beautiful ball that is. Konate to Diaz. Luis Diaz. He's going for it.
Oh, he's gone down now.
Ben White, and the ref is given a penalty.
Gotta be. They're going to be.
And
On-field decision.
Sure enough, penalty awarded.
Come on.
Like
Mo
I say,
Salah.
the Kyle Walker one last week was ridiculous. That one was much
Step
more
up.
clearly a penalty. Ben White got
Step
caught out
up.
there. Got
Put the
caught
ball
out
in the net,
flat-footed.
please.
Salah scores,
Bang!
of course he
Top
does.
corner. Let's go. 2-1.
Tsimikas on the delivery.
We go 3-1
To
down.
Van Dijk.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Van Dijk. Off the bar. Get in. Yes.
Odegaard to Javier Jesus. Nothing again. Party.
Defend for our lives.
And
Gabriel Jesus. Okay, this time it works. I'll take it back.
It's such a poor own goal as well.
Gabriel with the 93rd minute.
Don't play it back to the keeper.
Oh, we got it.
Oh my
Núñez.
god. Oh my god, how the hell did we get away with that? We deserved to go 4-2 down there. That was ridiculous, especially the instructions they've just been given.
How have you missed? Oh, Darwin Núñez. I knew you were an idiot, but I didn't realise you were that bad.
I'm not happy with that at all. Definitely going with that team talk. I do not like what I just saw from that team.
Tricky tie against Arsenal, but we come out victorious, and that is 3 from 3. Come on.
Much like in real life, Liverpool are off to an absolute flyer under Omega Luke. Callum, as an Evertonian, I'm sure you have a completely fair and balanced view on this, but Omega Luke has got to be one of the favourites early on, right?
Look, in my unbiased opinion, Arsenal were completely robbed. It was never a penalty, and I think it's only fair to say that it should have been 3 points to Arsenal. No. Liverpool, the much better side. They've reacted fantastically to going a goal behind. I think it's undoubted that Omega Luke is looking like a real favourite to win this already at such an early stage of the season. But I think it's very, very impressive how you can see the good PvP players, the ones who do go that goal behind, and can then react tactically and come back. And I think that was really, really impressive from Luke in this game.
Yeah, completely agree. And Jeb, Arsenal have had a mixed start. Despite those big centre-halves, Liverpool look very dangerous from corners. Is that an issue for Dodgee Gamer?
It could be an issue as such. I was just looking at like the match ratings. Ben White was his best player at 7.1. They took him off after 60 minutes. I mean, fantasy football fans will be happy with that. You get your 60 minutes, you get your points. But they just struggled, and I was really impressed actually with Tsimikas on the left wing for Liverpool. He came out the man of the match. He was very lethal and unfamiliar with his position. And Luke's been really dealing with those defensive wingers really well, like it's a completely unfamiliar formation to normal Liverpool fans like myself, but he's done really well with it.
Next up, we stay in London and to Stamford Bridge with Mustermann's Chelsea, who take on TomFM's Southampton side. Our commentator for this one is FMT's very own D-Boy Plays.
Welcome to today's fixture of Mustermann's Chelsea versus TomFM's Southampton. Chelsea will be looking to pick up a supposedly easy 3 points against newly promoted Southampton, despite not picking up any points themselves so far this season. Once again, Chelsea have gone for a unique tactic, sporting a 3-3-4 with no out-and-out striker leading the line. Cole Palmer, their only goal scorer so far this campaign, sitting in the middle of the front four. Reece James is back in the starting lineup, playing at CDM. Southampton's return to the Premier League also hasn't been particularly fruitful so far. The away side also yet to pick up a point, although they've been slightly more successful with goals. TomFM opting his favoured 5-1-2-2 formation. Ben Brereton Diaz up front with Cameron Archer, both yet to make their mark for the Saints. Will Smallbone makes his return to the team in central midfield.
So game week 3, we're away at Chelsea, going to be one of the toughest games of the season. They are a decent side, no matter what they do in real life, they are a decent team, especially in Football Manager. We're going 5 at the back, counter-attacking here to see if that's going to get us something out of this game. But realistically, this is not the game we should be looking to win.
World's preceding a disaster. Come watch me destroy TomFM. And as always, we need something a little bit crazy where they don't know what's going on, and that's how we set up to start the game.
Whoa, what the hell is this? That's got me flustered. That has got me very flustered. 3 centre-backs, I'm assuming 3 CDMs there. And then offside. What the hell is this?
Plays it into Fernandez, dispossessed by Manning though, and Harwood Bellis finds Archer into Will Smallbone, makes it past his man. Diaz plays it wide to Manning. Beats his first man, plays it into Llama, who sets up Ben Brereton Diaz in off
Just
the post.
like that.
Acres
You
of
do
space,
take
and
the
that is
lead.
1-0
Not changing
to the
formation.
visitors.
This could be a really good result for us.
My word, this is going to be a long season.
Into Lalana, who loses the ball to Reece James, and here comes Cole Palmer. Dribbles effortlessly through Southampton into Nkunku, who sends it over the bar. Harwood Bellis sends it into the box, cleared by Sancho, only as far as Jack Stevens though. Manages to make it past his man.
Yard area, don't shoot. Oh, it comes off Caicedo into the back of the net. We've got ourselves a second here, and Chelsea are crumbling.
Oh dear Lord.
Alright, half time. To be fair, you could argue Chelsea been the better side, based on those match stats.
You've been terrible so far.
Played back. Badiashile in the middle to Enzo Fernandez!
And there we go, that's 2-1. Get in. It's about time we scored a goal, and it's a shame it had to come from a man with the moral scruples of Enzo Fernandez.
Chelsea deep in Southampton's half, doing everything they can to try and level this game off. Jackson and Caicedo linking
can
up.
make amends.
Creates
He
some
has worked
space
the
and
space,
in off
that's
the post.
goal. Yes! Get in! Moises Caicedo.
Tries to find Walker Pieces, but it's cleared by Badiashile. Jack Stevens now in possession for Southampton.
Who finds Walker Peters in the
Lallana
middle.
from the spot,
Lallana.
saved by Sanchez.
Oh, it just gets it.
Oh
Come
my
on.
word.
Come on. That's what we want to see.
We can't catch a break. We cannot catch a break whatsoever.
I mean, I'm not quite sure exactly what happens there with Sanchez. I think he maybe tips it onto the post, or it bounces off him into the path of Archer. And we do get a winner very late on here, away at Chelsea. A huge result for us.
Oh, we will not pick up any points ever from the looks of things. We will tell the players that I'm not happy with them, and then we'll go and cry.
A hugely dramatic end to the game there, with TomFM's Southampton side picking up the points with a last-minute winner. Jeb, were you impressed by them today, or was it a poor Chelsea performance?
I mean, firstly, well done to Tom for picking up his first points, but Mustermann, what are you doing? Like, he's just playing silly beggars with things like this formation that he played with the 3-3-4 at the start. Ben Chilwell's your right winger. changes it again after 5 minutes and goes to a 5-4-1. Then he gets to half time and he goes, oh, let's go back to this 3-3-4 again. And it's just not working. A team like Chelsea, with those players that he's got, they should be winning. I mean, you look at Nkunku should be near the top. He was playing defensive midfielder in the first half for most of it. So, yeah, honestly, Mustermann, you need to do better.
Absolute craziness. And Callum, you saw TomFM at the FIFA E World Cup. He will be happy about getting off the mark, right?
Absolutely, you take a win whichever way you can, and it was a very, very dramatic one with that Archer scrappy winner, shall we say. But you take it every day of the week, and I think Tom's experience from the FIFA World Cup, despite not qualifying for the semi-final and final, sorry Tom, I think he's undoubtedly someone who, same as Omega Luke, has that experience of PvP and is very good at playing the game, and to get those first 3 points is brilliant for anybody, isn't it, to get off the mark.
TonyJameson's City side found themselves in the relegation zone after week 1, but recovered to a confident 3-2 victory against Arsenal last time out. Mckins' Brentford side were the visitor to the Etihad, and the commentator for this one, it says here, the steak bake? I don't know who that is, but let's find out what happened. Welcome to the Etihad Stadium, where Man City are playing host to Brentford today, a side who are on maximum points so far after 2 games. TonyJameson maintains his shape but makes 2 changes to the side that beat Arsenal last time out, with Phil Foden and Ilkay Gundogan coming in for Jack Grealish and Mateo Kovacic. Mckins, on the other hand, has named the same side that battered struggling Southampton last week, with Mbeumo leading the line and Visser and Schade providing the width.
Hello and welcome to game week 3 of Match of the Delay, and Manchester City at home at the Etihad to my Brentford team. Now, I see this as a little bit of a free hit, really. I can't imagine I'm going to get anything from this game.
Match of the Delay. Brentford versus Man City. Here we go then.
He loses out to De Bruyne, and Foden brings the ball down but loses as well. Visser tries to play the ball through. Stones is there, and he's got mixed up, and Damsgaard steals the ball.
He scored! It's 1-0 to Brentford. It's unbelievable scenes. Manchester City 0, Brentford 1, and Mikhail Damsgaard, I think that's his first of the season.
I think it's time to shout.
Corner to Brentford now, whipped in towards the front post and cleared away. Only as far as Pinnock. He lays it off to Schade, who sets the shoot. He does it, and he trickles under Edison, and Brentford 2-0 to the goods.
Am I good at Football Manager?
City corner. Kevin De Bruyne whips the ball in towards Haaland. He's there. It's 2-1, and Manchester City are back in it. And that's another really poor pass. Gvardiol intercepts now. Here's Haaland. Turns his man. Haaland goes through one-on-one. Shoots with his left foot. Really good save from Flecken. Great goalkeeping out for another corner to Man City. Free kick for Brentford. Lots of bodies. Jensen goes himself.
Oh, it's an unbelievable free kick from Jensen. What are we watching here? Man City 1, Brentford 3.
Josko Gvardiol down the left-hand side to Silva. He plays a big ball over the top.
Haaland's in. He doesn't miss
to finish it.
Oh, Flecken! Flecken is my favourite keeper ever.
Wasn't expecting that. In the same sense, I probably was, to be honest, but we need to fix up quick.
It's Manchester City 1, Brentford 3, and Brentford with an unbelievable result. That was incredible. The Etihad is silenced, and again, it's always silent, isn't it?
Only 3 points from the first 3 games for TonyJameson's Manchester City side. It's not really the start that we expected from them, is it, Callum?
Tony. Dear me, you get given the best team. Everyone's saying, who's going to get Man City? Who's going to get Man City? Tony gets Man City, but he's not playing like Man City at all. I think people have got to start looking for TonyJameson's head, really. I think it could be the beginning of the end for Jameson here. Are we looking at a coup from Rich Owens potentially to come in and replace him? But I'd imagine if we could see the board rating, it's got to be an E or an F so far. It has been awful from Man City, despite that win last week, covering up maybe some of the cracks. Another poor result.
Very much so. And Jeb, it is, of course, worrying for Man City and Tony, but Brentford under Mckins are doing fantastically. Good win for them.
Yeah, 3 wins out of 3. A great start for Mckins. He didn't actually play that well. Looking at the stats and the player numbers and things like that, it was all Man City mistakes. I mean, that free kick, as wondrous as it was, what was Edison doing on that? What was Edison doing on the goal before? And then Stones and Walker on the mix-up on the first goal. I mean, yeah, it's a great win for Mckins. I mean, you take that every single day, but Tony, he's got to feel a little bit unlucky and hard done by. But also, he does host the second best FM-based podcast on the internet.
Absolutely. And, second best in this game as well. Next up, we are off to Craven Cottage for Jake Cooper's Fulham, who welcome Josh Daly's Everton side. Commentator for this one is FM Ramster.
Fulham entertain Everton today at Craven Cottage and are looking to getting back to winning ways after their opening day of the season victory with a 5-0 win over West Ham, followed last week by a loss to Manchester United by 2-0. Manager Jake Cooper named an unchanged team and we'll be looking more from his creative players, Emile Smith-Rowe, Reece Nelson and Harry Wilson carrying that threat for the home team. Everton and Josh Daly will clearly be delighted with 2 wins from 2 and arrive at the Cottage full of confidence. And unsurprisingly, Daly keeps an unchanged lineup and again we'll be looking for Jesper Lindstrom to continue his fine form, having hit 3 goals in the opening 2 fixtures. He's got players wide. Mikalenko, first time ball up to McNeil, he's got space, he's got Calvert-Lewin in the middle, he's got Lindstrom in the middle, Lindstrom scores 1-0.
In under a minute. I know Josh is the master of tactics, but this is just terrible start again. This is the second week in a row now, I think, where I've conceded within the first minute or so, so clearly I'm doing something wrong. We are 1-0 down already.
Mikalenko's got McNeil ahead of him, he's turned back though, he's gone back to Brandwaite. Big centre back into Gay, who's got lots of room in the middle of the park again here. Out to Nathan Patterson on the right. Can he find the ball? And he can. Calvert-Lewin must score.
Missed. Oof. We've got away with one there.
Back to Leno. With a poor kick picked up by Patterson. Patterson drives down the right hand side. Lindstrom tackled. Penalty.
There's no way that's a penalty. Josh has told Lindstrom to dive there. That is impossible. Come on. Penalty review. Do not say penalty awarded. Please don't. That's a joke. That's a joke. Corruption at the highest levels. Come on, Bernd Leno. Who's he up against? I'm assuming DCL. Is it going to be Calvert-Lewin?
Step up. DCL.
Yeah, it is. Come on, Leno. Save it. Yes! Penalty save. I got quite happy with that. What a brilliant save that was. It's still 1-0. There's a chance.
It's time. He is being ripped off the pitch because he's one of the worst players I've ever used in my lifetime. We are bringing on Beto up front. He is never playing in my team again. The worst striker to ever touch the Premier League.
Again, the danger man down the left-hand side into Lindstrom to Gay. Looking for McNeil to come back to Gay. He tries again with Jack
really
Harrison.
Don't know who's got this.
What a strike from Jack Harrison in the bottom corner.
How's that gone in? I am going to make a change at half-time. Jimenez has got to come off. He has been awful up top for us. Do I go Muniz? Do I go Carlos Vinicius? I feel like it's got to be Carlos Vinicius, right? A little bit of extra speed. Let's go for it. Come on. Let's see if he can get us a goal.
Barcelona side. Patterson on the right-hand side, into Lindstrom, into Mikalenko, who's got to hit it, and it's going to go in. And do you know what? That's what it's about.
Free kick, Fulham, Smith-Rowe into the back post.
Tete, we've got a goal back. I said Tete wouldn't do anything for us, but he's got a goal. Is the comeback on? I really hope it is.
Game on. Robinson for Fulham, looking for space, but that's going to carry straight through for Pickford again. A poor delivery. Poor deliveries. Fulham look to get back in this game. They're 3-1 down. There's plenty of time left, but they need to improve going forward. It's a long kick from Pickford. It's one back by Beto. Harrison into Decore, the substitute.
Come on, drive it forward. Carlos Vinicius is in. Carlos Vinicius, shoot. He scored. It's 3-2. Game on. Come on, let's keep it up. Let's keep the momentum going. There's a chance for us. I mean, Josh has changed shape. He's clearly put some players a little bit deeper.
Nelson into Smith-Rowe, grown more and more influence in this game. Robinson.
It's Robinson on the left. How has that not gone in? How has that not gone in? It's from about half a yard out. I'm absolutely gutted with that result. We deserve to get something from that game. I've never seen a more FM thing that's ever happened than that match. Cannot believe it.
3 wins from 3 for Everton so far. Jesper Lindstrom has 4 goals in 3 games for them as well. Jeb, as a Liverpool fan, I'm sure you have a completely fair and balanced view of this, but Everton have looked very good so far.
Yeah, I guess they have. We can say that. So Jake versus Josh, the FM Scout derby. I think Josh has moved on from FM Scout, so the winner goes on to play RDF. It was nice to see, like I said, I think it was nice to see this week Josh was a little bit more humble. Last week I think he was very, very cocky on from the outset. Almost went with that. He's a big Red Bull fan, almost went with that Verstappen mentality into his games. It was nice to see a little bit more humble, but he did go 3-0 up, and then Jordan Pickford really saved the day for him at the end there, because he could have lost that game very easily.
Yeah, absolutely. And Callum, it was a big game for the goalkeepers at both end, with Pickford's heroics to keep Everton in front, and then a mixed game from Leno, who saved a penalty but then was perhaps at fault for some of the other goals. What did you think of their game?
Goalkeepers are mental, Stake, and I think you have to sign up to the mental contract to be able to go in goal, because who really wants to, for 90 minutes, basically stand around until someone kicks a ball at you? You've got to be a bit strange, and it's not often where you say a goalkeeper who saved a penalty had a bad game, but Leno had a bad game. Don't get me wrong, it's a fantastic penalty save, but he was at fault for a lot of the other goals. I mean, the one from Mykolenko in particular, really, really poor. And ultimately, in my opinion, Pickford has won Everton the game in this one. And some of the saves in there are saves you don't often see in the match engine. And that's when you know they were really, really good. A couple from close range as well. I mean, obviously, biased head on, Pickford is a great goalkeeper, but that doesn't always get shown within the match engine. So it was refreshing to see.
They don't show his small arms. He's got really small arms.
They're not small. They're fine. They're normal-sized arms, Jeb.
Okay.
Let me break this up before the Merseyside lads have a bit of a fight. Let me break this up and move on to Game 5. For our 5th game, we are on to St James's Park, where both teams are unbeaten going into today's fixture. Ticker's Newcastle hosts Maggio's Aston Villa, and the Gibb Show was watching this one for us.
Maggio's Aston Villa travelled north today to St James's Park to take on Ticker's Newcastle United side, who have won their opening 2 games of the season. Ticker's a solid midfield three of Joelinton, Bruno Guimaraes and Sandro Tonali will hope to provide a stable base for the attacking talent of frontman Alexander Isak. Following their 2-1 win away at Crystal Palace, it's no surprise to see the same 11 from the visitors, with John McGinn, Ross Barkley and Emi Buendia playing behind Ollie Watkins. Can Maggio's team pick up a big away victory? Throwing down the left hand side, Guimaraes. Back to Livramento.
Good ball. That's a cross. Backstick. Gordon. Oh, Anthony Gordon with the start. I keep looking over here. We're pumping the Puma badge. We take it. Come on. Get in there.
Barnes skips past his man down the left flank. Chance here from Newcastle. Harvey Barnes down the left. Can he get a ball in? He goes to the back post again.
Heads the ball and it's a bosh. It's an header. Come on. Isaac gives us a goal. 2-0. Come on. Get in there.
Into the second half now. Villa down the left hand side. Ball inside down. McGinn. It's a goal. It's Buendia.
Emi Buendia with the goal.
Goes back to Dan Burn. Inside Joelinton. Oh, nice touchback. Oh, he's found Barnes. Barnes is free down the left.
Right hand side. Plays it through. Isaac's there. Come on, Isaac, you little tank. Yes. What a man. Come on. That's what we're talking about. 3-1.
Boys, not good enough. Next time, I want to see more. We can't lose at home to teams like Newcastle United. Well, this is going to be a short season.
Come on, boys. Great win. Great win. That's absolutely fantastic. Come on.
So Newcastle go 3 for 3 and looked clinical here. Callum, what did you think of Ticker's tunes today?
Well, I think the marvellous, magical Magpies absolutely ripped the Vindaloo villains. I didn't have a V. I'm sorry, everyone. The Vindaloo villains to shreds. They ultimately, when you look at the match stats in the game, actually it was a really, really close game where there was a difference maker. And in my opinion, that difference maker is Isaac. And Isaac, when you've got a centre forward who can put the ball in the back of the net and is clinical when he gets his chances, that is the difference between two sides. And that seems to have been the case today. You know, Newcastle Villa, it's a close affair, and it was won by that man, Isaac.
Yeah, very much so. And crosses were the theme of today. Jeb, is that something that you noticed in this version of FM or just in this game?
One thing I did notice is it's Isak. But anyway, fullbacks being terrible was more the theme of the day for me. Harvey Barnes run amok for Newcastle, and he just absolutely destroyed Matty Cash. They just weren't defending. And I've really noticed that in this FM, that fullbacks just really hard to get a good game out of them. It might just be me. I don't know.
It's just you.
Now we turn our attention to the two promoted sides to the Premier League this season. FM Llama's Leicester City play host to Trequinho's Ipswich Town. This one was watched by Sore Loser.
Now a massive 6-pointer already in game week 3 as FM Llama takes on Trequinho. Trequinho, however, has opted for a tactical change. The 4-3-3 has been replaced by a 4-2-4. Wolfenden and O'Shea keep their place at the back, but Kudus comes in to join Calvin Phillips as a CDM. Delap joins Hurst up front, with Ogbene and Hutchinson making way for Clark and Chaplin. After FM Llama's 5-1 defeat to Leemo last week, a huge change at the back. Both Faze and Okoli have been replaced by Cody and Vestergaard. The formation hasn't changed, however. Vardy still leading the line, with Fatawu coming in as the attacking midfielder on the right. Patient build-up here. Mavididi looks to have moved from the left-hand side. Pereira on the overlap on the right. Into the box.
Get across. No one got across.
He has. What is he doing in the box?
Pushed back on the booking as well. Needs to be careful here in this game. Muric finds Kajust in the middle, joining.
Oh, we're in.
Davis
Come on,
finds
Delap. Come on, Delap. Oh, he's put it wide. You absolute spanner. Was it a good save?
Ipswich now with a throw-in high up in the Leicester half. Clark back to Davis. A lovely 1-2. Is that a penalty?
Not given. Calvin Phillips hits it.
Calvin Phillips, standard. Right, let's get the
We've scored a goal.
We have a read again, shall we? We're on at Pompeii by Paul Watson this time. Jaunty little read. Oh, no, don't worry. Track's ready.
Slow build up again here from Leicester City. Samare blocked by Phillips, but he picks up on the second ball. Breyer on the right-hand side. Finds Buonante, and it is shot just off the crossbar. Muric had no chance there.
Do I need to get the book back out? Anyway, as I was saying, jaunty little read this. About a man that goes to the Pacific island of Pompeii just to manage the national team. It's a story about a pitch infected with toads.
O'Shea, a bit of head tennis going on here. Harry Winks outside the box. Fatawu drives in on the left-hand side. And what a finish pass.
He has hit that. I think he took the free kick, didn't he? And he somehow ended up with the goal.
Fatawu whips it in. Davis heads it in the air. And Diddy out to Winks. Unchallenged. Outside of the right-hand boot.
Take that. Could be 3 points here.
God. This is going to be a long season.
Surely that's game over now. Ogbene picks it up from the kickoff.
We're not done yet. We're not done. Oh, God, he's having a run.
Aye. On his left foot as well. Absolutely no chance. Where does that come from?
We'll take the 3 points and a trophy. GG's.
And one of the games we need to win, and we didn't look like winning it.
A dramatic game with 2 goals in the last 2 minutes and 1 disallowed too. Leicester with points on the board. Jeb, Llama's got to be happy with that.
Yeah, definitely. He's been pushing for a win, and I think he's quite getting there with it as well. And I've got to say, that second goal from Trequinho, that was a thing of absolute beauty. Just to see someone run like that from the kickoff and just smash it. Oh, but he still lost, so never mind. It's the best thing that could happen to a Yorkshireman, sorry.
Absolutely wonderful goal. Certainly one of the contenders for goal of the month. Llama has been showing off his managerial prowess as well there, Callum, but perhaps an audiobook reader role for him in the future, maybe?
Well, I have been looking up the book on Waterstones. $10.99 if you're interested, up Pompeii. He sold it to me, so I will be receiving it in the next couple of days. However, the review on the front is from James Corden, so do with that information what you will. But no, Llama, what a character. Trek, what a guy, what a game. Great. Back to you, Steak.
Thanks, Callum. Now we head down to the South Coast and the Amex Stadium, where MurphFM's Brighton are taking on Mooono's Nottingham Forest. Commentary on this one is provided by Nerdphonic.
Game week 3, Brighton versus Nottingham Forest, Murph versus Mooono. Both teams with a 1-win, 1-loss record, both looking for the points in this particular game. 4-2-3-1 for Brighton, the likes of Evan Ferguson up front. Can Murph get his team creating the chances for Ferguson to put away? Mooono sets their team out very uniquely. 3 at the back, but only 1 central defender, 2 wide fullbacks. Are the fullbacks going to vacate the defensive duties? Are the central midfielders going to be able to drop in and cope with the defending that they need to do? Time will tell. Let's find out. Brighton throw in on the right-hand side for them, just outside the Forest penalty box. They've got a good opportunity to put the ball in, but they don't take it. They go across the top of the box instead. James Milner on the ball, left-footed, over the top of the ball onto the left-hand side to the byline, cuts the ball back into the box. There's a shove in the box, potentially. The referee is consulting VAR.
No.
Brighton player went down.
No! This is not... VAR. I want the VAR. Give me the VAR. Come on. I'm cute. Don't give me... Oh, dang. Thanks.
3 points. Jean Pedro steps up.
Miss.
He's missed it. He's missed it. I can't believe it.
Yes. Oh my God, you bad. I love you. I need to keep breathing. I forget to breathe. Why do I forget to breathe? That was really not that impressive, but we're still going. We're still attacking.
Going now. Oh, don't put him down. Oh my
penalty.
Giving away
Penalty. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Come on. Come on, Ref. I'm cute. Give me pretty privilege. I want it. I deserve pretty privilege. I got pretty privilege.
Everyone knows out for this.
Beg you. I beg. Do not miss.
Anderson steps up.
I swear to God, do not miss.
Bottom corner.
Oh, finally. Oh my God. Babe. Elliot. Daddy. I love you. Thank you so much.
It goes into midfield for Anderson. Forest ball over the top, but it's not quite there for the Forest striker. And the Brighton defence mop up the danger and have some time and space in their own defensive third at the moment themselves to try and find a way out. They go to the left-hand side. Estupinan drives forward, ball over the top. Ferguson is there just outside the box on the left-hand side. Gets to the byline, cuts it back. It was a good cutback, but none of the Brighton players read it. And in the end, it comes back into the box. Welbeck with a sweeping strike. It goes in the back of the net. I think it was an own goal.
It was an own goal as well.
It ends in a draw. 1-1. Brighton versus Forest. Hopefully, we'll be up next time. We'll get that victory. Fingers crossed.
What a game. What a game.
The points were shared at the Amex, but it was a very scrappy affair with lots of set pieces. Who do you think will be the happiest out of Muoono and Murph here, Callum?
I mean, it's got to be Murph, hasn't it? At the end of the day, when you have an 88th minute goal against you, it hurts. But a goal like that, dear me, it was absolutely hideous. And, you know, to go up in the 77th minute as well, you think, shut up shop, do the classic FM thing, go disciplined, bring the tempo down, go more cautious, which never works. And then Ola Aina putting it into the back of his own net after that deflection. It wasn't good at all. And it will have felt like a loss, let's face it. But it's early in the season. They've both got 4 points on the board. I would say, you know, once hindsight is set in, it's not too bad for either.
Yeah, I completely agree. Jeb, 2 penalties though. Right decision on both?
Yes.
Fair enough.
Oh, do you want me to elaborate? Okay,
yeah,
no,
go
that's
on.
fine. Yeah, the first one was basically a group mugging in the box, so yeah, it was very much deserved. It's a shame it wasn't put away. And then, to be fair, Muoono was asking for pretty privilege to get the penalty, but Lewis Dunk just took the feet away of the attacker, so that was deserved there. But to be fair, at the end, Murph got his pretty privilege because he's pretty as well.
Now we head over to Molineux, where Big Robbo's Wolves side welcomed an informed Spurs side managed by second yellow card. Watching this one was FM Ramster.
Hello and welcome to Molineux, where Big Robbo's Wolves entertain second yellow card Tottenham Hotspur. Wolves still seeking both their first points and their first goals of the season following defeats to Man United and Everton in their opening fixtures. And team news, Wolves leave Jorgen Strand-Larsen on the bench, replaced by Mario Lemina, as Big Robbo lines up in a 4-1 formation as they look to potentially nullify this Spurs team. Spurs entering the game with 2 wins from 2, looking confident in their 3-4-2-1 formation, with James Maddison and Heung-min Son showing 2 goals apiece from their opening 2 fixtures. And again, Spurs lining up in an unchanged formation and an unchanged team following their 2-0 win over Ipswich last week, again looking for Maddison and Son to provide that creative and cutting edge to their front line.
Let me be real, not optimistic whatsoever, but let's see if Pablo Sarabia can actually score a penalty this week and not dink it down the middle of the absolute rat.
Kiss me on the mouth and love me like a sailor.
Every man behind the ball, and back to Craig Dawson, the experienced centre-back, into Semedo. Comes inside,
that's a really good
passes
pass.
through to
Ultra,
Kuna. Can Kuna finish? Kuna's finished. Goal for Wolves. Is that their first goal of the season? It is going to VAR.
Please don't be offside. Please don't be offside. No. I just want to score! Ain't Nori now. Guedes. Ref! Yes! Come on!
I even commented before the game about Romero and that kind of behaviour, and now he's gone and done that. Brilliant. Well done, lad. Okay.
Lord be my witness, if there is ever a chance to win a game, he's 10 men and I'm on top. It's Romero as well. Oh my God, please, Lord above.
I guess Ben Davies. Wow.
Corner towards Kuna from the left-hand side. Swings in. Totti off the line by Porro. Not clear. Guedes blocked. Sarabi out to Sarabi. Back to Sarabi. Lamina.
Come on. Guess we're not doing that today either. Wait, that's not offside as well, is it?
No, not again.
No.
Not again, ref. Who is it? Who's the ref? Who's the ref? Oh my God, I can't see his name. Please. Come on! Yes!
Oh, Christian Romero, never change. I wonder how many of those he's actually going to get this season. I'm going to go at least 3 because it is quite an aggressive system.
Going wide, lays it into a doggy. Can he square it? He can. Son.
Honestly, how on this game does it happen? There was one runner in Udogie and there was 3 of them on his side. It's onside.
Also, I love the fact that all that happened in the space of 6 minutes. Red card, go behind, equalise. And you know what? I'm happy with that first half. I mean, I'm not, but I am.
Got to motivate these players. It's the first time they've been in a position where they can win a point.
Carrier will start again for Spurs from the back. Van der Ven. They're looking very, very comfortable. Ben Davies slotting on the right side, but he's giving the ball. The poor ball to Aït-Nouri.
Gomez! Aït-Nouri! Oh!
He should be scoring that.
Spurs picking them off at the moment. Son with Porro.
Madison's free. What a save. Oh my gosh, he's got a bad
that was such a good chance. Okay, more of that, please. That was much more like it.
It's a 1-1. I mean, after 10 men, we've got to try and capitalise, but it's the first points on the board, to be fair.
Do you know what? With 10 men, happily taking that. We happily take that.
Spurs unbeaten, and even while down to 10 men, they still look creative. Jeb, is second yellow card a manager to look out for the rest of the season?
Yeah, well, it's definitely stepping out of RDF's shadow from the FIFA World Cup. I've had to let my hair down as well, because Matt's hair is just getting more and more fabulous as the tournament goes on. I have noticed this. But they were really creative, despite being down to 10 men. Yeah, they were unlucky not to actually get the win. Yeah, part of that probably down to the red card. And Callum, was it a red card for you?
Was it a red card? Did you see it? It was it's absolutely horrendous. 2-footed challenge from Romero. So out of character. Such a lovely bloke. Big Robbo, though, despite the fact that it did look like Spurs were perhaps the better of the two sides, with his 11 men, he got that first point. He even got his first goal, despite the fact it seems like his room was on fire halfway through that. So perhaps worth checking that while you're playing next time, Robbo. But yeah, all good. When you get 1-1 draw, everyone's happy, really, aren't they?
Yeah, fingers crossed his house isn't on fire and he will be back for game week 4. Now we head to Selhurst Park, where Zims was looking to pick up his first points of the season with Crystal Palace. Leemo's well-drilled Bournemouth side were the visitors. The United City FM is the commentator for this one.
Everyone will be wondering which Bournemouth will turn up against Zim's Crystal Palace side after conceding 4 in their opening game and scoring 5 against Leicester. Leemo's starting 11 remains unaltered, with Evanilson and Unal up front together for the 3rd consecutive match after a brace apiece last time out. Palace are still searching for a win, and with goals in short supply, Zims has taken the decision to ditch the 3-4-3 in favour of a 4-2-2. The change in formation sees Adam Wharton and Lacroix drop to the bench, with Jefferson Lerma coming into defensive midfield and Ismail Assar wide on the right.
When I was a young boy, my father said to me, "Listen here, son, you're CPFC."
That's a big thumping ball by the goalkeeper, searching for Nketiah, but unfortunately doesn't reach him. Senesi plays a ball into Billing, taking all of Crystal Palace's midfield out in the process. Ines Unal crosses a delicious ball in for Cook at the far post. He smashes it past Henderson. 8 minutes in, and Crystal Palace find themselves 1-0 down already. And Henderson is there once more, cleaning things up at the back. And again, taking advantage of the time he's allowed by the referee. And once again, thumps it long, and once again, fails to beat the defender. That does not seem to be working for Palace here. And Tavernier charging in on goal, shoots, and Henderson saves, pushing it out for a corner. All of the pressure coming from Bournemouth right now. Tavernier to whip this one in. Searching for the near post, meets Sabani's head, and Henderson makes another fantastic save. Crystal Palace with an opportunity to change the narrative just ahead of half-time. Doucouré feeds it into Eberici as his feet. Can he finish? No! Azariza is equal to the effort, and it's put out for a corner. Eze stands over this free kick, lofts the ball in. Chalobah heads across to Nketiah, who's missed from 12 yards out. We should have done so much better.
No one's flipping the fence in trouble when you're shooting like that. You're muppets, man.
There we go. It's a 1-0 win. But you know what? A very, very good win, and I'll take that.
No words to say, honestly. You had chances, you didn't do anything with them. Lads, honestly, I'm disheartened. This is shocking, man.
Palace seem to really struggle to get the ball in the back of the net in that one. Zims will be disappointed with this one, Callum.
Absolutely, and it's still no points after 3 games, which is going to be disappointing for anyone, isn't it? I think there was a gilt-edged chance for Eddie Nketiah on the penalty spot where he dragged that wide. When we look at the match stats of the game, they actually had a 1.77 XG in comparison to a 1.31, which, although, you know, is very, very close, and it was a 1-0 victory for Bournemouth in the end. Only 2 shots on target out of 15 for Zims is a real concern and something he'll need to address in the next game.
Definitely a concern for Zims. Bournemouth, on the other hand, 6 points from 3 games for Leemo's side. Is that a great start, Jeb?
It's Leemo. It's 4-4-2. It's lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of instructions. There's a couple of defensive wingers in there, and there's a central midfielder who pops up with a goal every now and then. It's classic Leemo, it's PvP, it could be FM21, it could be FM22, it could even be FM23. It doesn't change for Leemo, he just knows how to do the PvP game better than anyone else.
Absolutely, we expect nothing less. Our final game this evening was a very well-dressed Kempi, who is the only team yet to score a goal, against Breezy's Manchester United side, who have won both of their games so far. Watching this one for us was Fabio.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another game on the Match of Delay Game Week 3. We have an interesting game today. We have a team that's on fire. 2 games, 2 wins. Onana is on a perfect form. Diallo with 2 goals in 2 games. From the other side, not so much, boys. 8 goals conceded, 2 games.
Right then, West Ham, it's time. Game week 3, we are the home team, and I think finally, maybe, we can actually get a victory. We're up against Manchester United. We are 8 negative goal difference, losing 5-0 to Fulham, 3-0 to Liverpool. Come on, you hammers.
It goes down to Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw in the middle. Ugarte gives it to Mount.
Mason Mount. Good save from Areola.
In fact, do you know what? It's been an hour. Nothing's happened yet. I think that is what we're going to do. We're going to push Fernandes a little bit higher up. Drop Mount back. I'm not going to play him as a DM. We're going to keep Mount on the pitch. We're going to play him as a Valance. And then just have it like that. Do you know what? Xerxes not really doing it for me. Rasmus Højlund, on you come, sunshine.
Luke Shaw goes to the line. Crosses, but Franos clears.
Now Fulkrug
he's gone.
Has been absolutely scythed down by Casemiro, who's just come off the bench.
He's gone! Come on then. Now we go for this. 4-2-3-1. He's got the red card. Manchester United crumbling. This is the chance. I know it sounds horrendously desperate. I've got the wrong tactic loaded in. This is our chance to go out there and get 3 points. Kufau's going to come in at right back as well.
West Ham, we're back with the ball, Alvarez. They build up something. Emerson, can they cook?
Your man.
Can Kimbrey still
Beat your man,
cook?
whip it in.
Emerson goes to the line.
It's blocked on the line. We are going to make it with wingers on support, and we are going to overload the width. He has not got the width to compete with this. And we still can't score. We still can't score. That was our chance for 3 points against Manchester United, and we chucked everything at it, and we didn't do it. But West Ham have just got our first point on the boards. Come on, the Hammers!
Couldn't get the winning goal. They played the back 3, made it quite difficult for us to break them down. I'm pretty happy with that, all things considered. Casemiro, I might put him on the first plane back to Brazil after that. When did he come on, sorry? He came on the 71st minute and got sent off on the 75th. That might be... I think you'll struggle to find a worse substitution than that all season, to be honest.
Not really a classic, this one, Jeb, especially after the red card.
Yeah, definitely. I'm glad we had Fabio on commentary. Even he was starting to lose interest towards the end a bit. Also, just going to point this out there. Breezy, West Ham fan, managing Manchester United. Kempi, Manchester United fan, managing West Ham. I think some investigations need to be done here. They just had a gentleman's agreement there very clearly. 0-0, ball draw.
Bit of a controversial one there, Jeb, but I think I agree. Callum, West Ham is yet to score and the only team left to do so. Is that a major worry for Kempi?
I mean, absolutely. After 3 games, you need to have put the ball in the back of the net. I think when you look at the match stats, West Ham were the better side within this game with an XG of 2.25. To not score with an XG of 2.25 is a bit of a concern. Their centre-forward Fulcro getting almost 1 XG without a goal to his name. So it's definitely somewhere where you would look to actually strengthen in a transfer window, which is not something they can do. So good luck for the rest of the season, Kempi.
Yes, unfortunately, our competitors don't get the transfer window to improve their team, so hopefully Kempi can sort his team out going through into week 4. And that is all of our games played for game week 3. Let's take a look at how the table looks after all of those matches. Omega Luke's Liverpool retain top spot on goal difference, but we have Mckins' Brentford, Ticker's Newcastle and Josh Daly's Everton all with maximum points after 3 games. Second yellow cards, Tottenham and Breezy's Man United also remain unbeaten. But down at the bottom, Chelsea, Palace and Ipswich are yet to take home any points. But Kempi's West Ham rise off the bottom with a point. TonyJameson's Manchester City languish only 3 points clear of the drop zone after 3 matches. Thank you for watching this week's show. Here is a £10 gift code from our series sponsors Fanatical, which will be hidden by our lovely editor, so be the first to find it, and thanks again to Fanatical. And finally, thank you to my lovely pundits for all their hard work today. Jeb, thank you so much. Where can people find you if they want to check you out?
Twitch.tv/Jebaroo, and obviously on the FMT pod every single week with these 2 lovely gentlemen.
And also thanks to Callum as well. Where can they find you?
Similarly on FMT some weeks when I'm available, and also on YCallum on Twitch and YouTube.
Thanks, gents. That is it for game week 3. We will be back next weekend with the newly wedlocked Steve Hood back in the hot seat. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and drop a comment on who you think is going to win the league. I've been the Steak Bake. Thanks for watching, and remember, be kind to one another. Bye-bye.